That's Lisa Sliwa.
What's that, is it not?
Yes, Lisa is going to be joining us, and of course we see the red fallen-chested Lord Alfred Hayes, and we also hear the music recuing in the background and things of that nature, but that's all right, it's TNT. In a moment, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be joined by the new tag team champions of the World Wrestling Federation. Would you welcome Freddie Blassie, Nikolai Volkoff, and the Iron Sheik. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Blassie. You and the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff. And indeed, the wrestling world was shocked as they watched WrestleMania and saw Volkoff and the Iron Sheik crowned new tag team champions.
What do you mean the wrestling world was shocked? I told them before the match that these men would win the World Tag Team title, and they did just what I predicted that they would do. They got those two geeks' number, Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. And then Captain Lou Albano. This guy here, I told you, he's not dealing with a full deck, saying that he's got the greatest tag team in the history. I got the greatest tag team in the history. Nikolai Volkoff and the Iron Sheik, the World Tag Team Champions. What a great team. Take a good look at them, you pencil neck geeks.
What we'd like to do is take you back to Madison Square Garden, in which WrestleMania emanated from, and show you in two parts, as a matter of fact. The match lasted some 15 minutes, so what we will do is take you back, along with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff, and have you seen the tapes? Have you seen the...
No, I haven't seen it, but I'm sure going to enjoy this.
Well, we'll take you back now and show you, as it happened during WrestleMania, the tag team title match.
However, in my book, experience is so awfully important. And the continuity maintained by the team of Nikolai Volkoff and the Iron Sheik is excellent. What a matchup this is going to be. WrestleMania delivering everything it promised to be, and I'm glad to be here.
I'll tell you something, Gino. You see dead Super Bowls, you see dead World Series, but you're definitely not seeing a dead WrestleMania.
Unbelievable action here as the World Wrestling Federation continues to be #1 in the entire world. Nice shoulder block by the Sheik off the ropes, and Rotundo down in front. Nice maneuver, leapfrog, a beauty. Hip lock, wow! Did you see the elevation on that?
And a beautiful drop kick drops the Sheik again, and Mike Rotundo picks him up, holds him out, and a big body slam, and the Sheik's in trouble early, and he walks to the wrong corner and runs into a right hand, Gino.
Wow, holy mackerel, they start this off a house of fire. There's no way that they could keep up this momentum in mind. Oh, handful of tights there by the Sheik. Taking advantage of the situation.
Now the key to tag team wrestling, as much as you can, keep your opponent in your corner so that you can tag in and out.
Windham off the top with a big elbow, drives the Sheik down the canvas.
Champions are doing that right now, Gino, keeping them in their corner.
Look at this youngster's agility and speed, drops that boot right in the lower abdomen.
Side headlock by Barry Windham. The Sheik backs him into the corner. Windham better watch himself. The Iron Sheik's ready. And now they got Windham in trouble. They got him in the corner where they wanted him, Gino.
Double team action going on now. Look out. Whoa! Nikolai Volkoff dropped by the Iron Sheik as he came across with the boot, and Barry Windham bailed out. Oh, look at the Sheik saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Well, sorry doesn't get a tag made, and the big Russian enters the ring, Nikolai Volkoff. 305 pounds plus. Let's go back in time just a few seconds here. Take a look at this as the Sheik unloaded on his own partner. Look at this move by Rotundo, or by Windham. Bam! Let's go back to live action. Volkoff into the ropes. Nice elbow by Rotundo, the All-American from Syracuse University. This youngster really shows me a lot, Jess.
Drops on him and gets a 1 count, but it's too early to get the big Russian.
Boy, how do you hook a leg on a big guy like Nikolai Volkoff's got those 30-inch thighs.
I'd say they're more up around 32 or 33, and I know my bodies pretty well, Gino.
Quick tag, Rotundo, and Windham off that top turnbuckle again. Boy, he's using that maneuver a lot. Very effective, too, and a nice arm wringer now applied with a wrist lock.
The champions are tagging real well right now,
Continuity,
Gino.
name of the game. working on the left arm and shoulder of Nikolai Volkoff as he takes a handful of hair to back Rotundo off. This guy can hurt you in so many ways.
Definitely. Now it's going into the Sheik's boot.
That illegal, ominous, horrible-looking thing that I call a weapon. That's not part of professional wrestling, Jesse.
Well, I'll tell you, it's part of it because it's on his feet, Gino, and there's nothing there.
Look at the height of the backdrop as Rotundo, obviously with the wind knocked out him. Look out! Could be the beginning of the end here. He got a 2.5.
Yep, he got close at 2.5. Rotundo is in trouble, Gino Monsoon.
Holy mackerel, tag team title at stake. Gut wrench suplex, well executed by the Iron Sheik. Now he won't get him here, Jess. No way.
He's getting close. He's getting a 2.5 every time. All it takes is that 3, and the Iron Sheik is getting things his way. Suplex.
All right, we're going to stop down right there. And, of course, there's a look at the Tag Team Championship belt in front of the Iron Sheik and likewise in front of Nikolai Volkoff. We'll be back with the conclusion of that matchup and with a little word of advice from Freddie Blassie about some possible contenders for the Tag Team Championship. We'll be back as we continue with more of TNT. Stay with us. Lisa Sliwa to be here, along with the great trivia contest as well, which we'll have later on the results of. Stay with us. Back with more TNT with Lord Alfred Hayes along with Freddie Blassie and his new tag team champions, the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff. We'll take you back now to finish up the match. We will join it in progress, of course, right where we left off, after which we'll have a word from the new tag team champions. Let's go back to Madison Square Garden.
All it takes is that 3, and the Iron Sheik is getting things his way.
Suplex coming up, or attempt for one. Handful of tights. No. Nice block by Rotundo. And he blocked it again. Rotundo now gets the Sheik up. Well executed suplex. Sheik looking to reach his corner. He's going to make it. Tag's a big guy. Rotundo trying to get over to his corner. He's not going to make it.
And the big Nikolai put about a size 15 right into the small of his back, picking him up, and he's going.
Clothesline job.
Whoa! Rotundo is in bad trouble right now, Gino.
Career right there. Look at that nice snap over maneuver there. But look at Rotundo. That wrestling All-American ability comes out.
Instinct
Completely, because he doesn't even know where he is right now. Came up with that hammerlock.
That's right. That was strictly an instinct move by Mike Rotundo, and I'll give him credit for that. But the big Russian's going to work on him, and the champions are in trouble.
Oh, sunset flip over the top. Got the big guy, but look at. Wow, did he get out of there at the last split second. 25,000 plus here in the garden, chanting USA, trying to get that adrenaline flowing. And these 2 youngsters, handful of hair there. Take advantage wherever you can, I guess, according to their rules. Wow.
Well, they're out to win the title any way it takes, Gino, and I can't say I blame them. When the title's on the line, that's where the money is.
Absolutely. The belts, where the gold, you get the gold. Yes, everyone knows that. And they're, I'm sure, going to pull out all the stops. This is a golden opportunity for them.
I sure would.
Title at stake.
I won't hold back. I tell you honestly, I'd pull out every stop.
Another double team. Look at the 2 managers about to come to grips here. Abdominal stretch now by the Iron Sheik on Mike Rotundo. Looking for a submission here. Referee right on top of the situation. He's got to get that foot hook, Jess, underneath the left leg of Rotundo.
He's close, but he's not. But close is no cigar. He's got to hook that leg.
Rotundo's out. Hip box him over. Rotundo needs to get to his partner.
He needs to tag Wyndham. The Sheik made a mistake. He should have held on to Rotundo. He made the tag. Big mistake. Big right hand by Wyndham. Another right, a series of left and rights to the body. And Nikolai Volkoff is in a lot of trouble. Rotundo reels him in. Beautiful drop kick, and Volkoff is down, Gino.
He is down as Barry Wyndham, a house of fire.
Backing Volkoff in, and he's going for the Bulldog. He's going for the Bulldog.
Oh, he nailed him with it. This could be it down for the Canada. She comes in with a big boot in the back. And here comes Rotundo. Wow, what a drop kick. Sends a Sheik outside.
Big right hand by Barry Wyndham. Another right hand, and they've got Volkoff 2-on-1 in the center of that ring.
Referee now just admonishing Mike Rotundo. Look at this. Oh, he nailed him with a cane. The Iron Sheik got a hold of Blassie's cane and nailed Wyndham from behind down. He's going to get counted out here, Jess.
A new champions of the world. Volkoff and the Sheik, they got the 3 count.
Unbelievable action. Take a look at the guard on its feet. Let's go up to the ring announcer.
The winners of this bout and new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Nikolai Volkoff and the Iron Sheik.
New World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. Holy mackerel, history made again.
Not a popular decision, Gino. The fans here at the Garden are irate. They are irate.
Let's go back, Jess, and take a look at what went down here as new champions have been crowned here in WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden. Look at this now. Match was going pretty well for Rotundo and Wyndham. Now look at this. Iron Sheik climbing up on the apron with Blassie's cane and just nails Wyndham from behind.
Well, the picture's worth 1,000 words, Gino. He hit him with the cane. The referee diving down 1, 2, and 3. Nikolai Volkoff covering Barry Windham. New World Tag Team Champions. There you see him leaving the ring with their manager, classy Freddie Blassie, and Blassie's got the Tag Team Champions now, Gino.
Holy mackerel, history made once again here at WrestleMania as Madison Square Garden, 25,000 plus stunned, as I'm sure another million point something plus stunned here as Wyndham and Rotundo lose their titles to the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkoff. Jesse, this is just unbelievable happening. The crowd is just stunned, and it's just, well, an unbelievable situation right now, wrestling fans. Let's go back into the locker room area live to our other colleague, Gene Okerlund.
Well, I'd have to say, Jesse Ventura and Gorilla Monsoon, I perhaps shocked as much as anybody here as part of WrestleMania. I cannot believe it. Fred Blassie, finally, your men had a very controversial match.
What do you mean, controversial? He pinned them right in the center of the ring, didn't he? Did he or didn't he not pin him for a count of 3?
Where's that cane of yours?
What cane? Didn't have no cane.
Iron Sheik, you finally have done it. You're now World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
You know, gentlemen, we prove it to the thousand Iranian, New York City, and the Russian, and the Arab, all countries the best. We come to the America, we prove it.
Thank you.
Look at us.
Number one. That's the best. And I manage them.
Let's go back to ringside.
Very pleased with yourself, Mr. Blassie, no doubt.
I certainly am, I guarantee you. I said it would happen, and it did happen, just the way I said it would. 1, 2, 3, right in the center of the ring.
So Volkoff and the Iron Sheik, no doubt, will make you, as well as themselves, an awful lot of money as tag team champions.
Oh, will they ever? I'll be wearing diamonds in my nose.
What about Mr. Volkoff? You, of course, have been one of the big money winners, if you would, in the World Wrestling Federation, along with the Iron Sheik, both of you collectively as a tag team, and you certainly individually, perhaps a little bit longer than the Iron Sheik. And as long as we've known you, which is at least 10 years in and out of the World Wrestling Federation, with all of the rubles, with all of the money that you have made, we've noted one thing. Every time we see you on this show, every time we see you walking the street in a suit, it is the very same suit.
That's right.
That's the same suit.
That's not the
right.
same suit. He's got a
I
dozen
have
of
5
those
same
suits.
suits, same color, because that's the color of my country, red. Yellow shirt and red tie, that's the Russian color.
That's right.
So you have how many suits that
I
same
have
color?
5 there, same color.
5 suits the same color.
That's right.
Well, now, and the Iron Sheik, we see you, of course, with sort of an Americanization of what your normal garb is, isn't it not?
No, sir.
Well, Mr. McMahon, first of all, we didn't come over here to talk about suit or talk about oil or politician. We come from all country. This man has grew up all his life with Alexander.
Grub all his life?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, he's grub all his life?
Yeah, he grew up all his life in the Soviet Union, Moscow, Russia, in the wrestling room with a bunch of wrestlers. He had a context and with the athletic, with Alexander Medved, like Alexiev, and myself. I don't have to talk about it. Mr. Blassie, one of the nicest, intelligent American, my manager, everybody know, since 1960 to 68, he was a world class in the Hollywood. whatever this man said, we come in this country to show American we are the real champion. We didn't come over here to talk about Nikola Volkoff, his suit, or the Iron Sheik, his oil, or politics, or pistachio, or Persian carpet, or 100 different camel. Mr. McMahon, I respect you because you grew up all your life, run the WWF, toughest, roughest wrestling sport in the world. Everybody's there wishes to come over here. And I expect to you ask me about this belt. Now, we are the champion. Ricky Steamboat and Jimmy Snuka, or another one, Bruno Sammartino, his son, or that Tupac, Berrimando, and Mark Rotondo. Look at us. We can prove it to everybody we are the real champion. Anything else you want to ask us, go ahead.
Not one thing. We thank you very much. We'll be back with more TNT. Thank you, boys. Back with more TNT. To join us later on, Miss Lisa Sliwa, the guardian angel, and an update on a little situation on her way to TNT today. She was involved with a mugger, and unfortunately, the mugger is behind bars at the moment. Unfortunate for the mugger only. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you one of the premier athletes in the World Wrestling Federation, a gentleman you're going to be seeing a great deal of in the very near future. Would you please welcome Ricky Steamboat? Do you know Lord Alfred Hayes from some time before?
Oh, we've met on occasion a few years ago.
Around the world.
Around the world, huh? Mm-hmm. You are really coming on strong in the World Wrestling Federation, perhaps stronger than any other athlete that has ever entered the World Wrestling Federation. It's just a meteoric rise. What do you attribute that to?
I guess just being a consistent, persistent, and a perfectionist in wrestling. You know, from day one, from the day that I started amateur wrestling, 9th grade high school, junior high school, up through college, always being a perfectionist, maybe because a lot of family having been doing a lot with that also, but taking a lot of pride in my work and my style, and reviewing films, a lot of hours doing that, and watching other opponents, and picking up a little bit from here, a little bit from there, and then putting it into one and developing my own mold.
Well, we'd like to take a look at your own style, your own mold. Let's take you back now, some videotape footage. It'll be Ricky Steamboat in the squared circle. Let's go to the videotape.
This is a one-fall contest. In the ring at this time, from Brooklyn, New York, weighing 247 pounds, Steve Lombardi. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, weighing 237 pounds, Ricky Steamboat.
Yes, sir, the Steamers, a premier athlete in every respect. Bruno, you've been following his career for some time.
I know Ricky Steamboat very well, Vince. This is one of the more exciting wrestlers in the ring today. He's truly a great athlete, and I'll tell you, when he's in that ring, you see nothing but great action. Really, really a fine athlete.
And a good look at the physique on the Steamer, taking nothing away from that of Mr. Lombardi. Lombardi trying to shove his weight around, doing a pretty good job of it at the moment against the rope. Steamboat looking him down. Whoa! Lombardi trying to take him over. Steamboat shoves him to the rope. Leapfrog by the Steamboat. And again, Ricky Steamboat with a drop kick. Arm drag takedown. Staying right with it, and Lombardi not doing all that well. Wait a minute, now he is. Shove, Steamboat off, missing with the elbow, Lombardi. Steamboat over, 1, 2, and that's all he can get. Arm drag takedown, really snatches him in there. Thus far, the efforts of Steve Lombardi thwarted by Ricky Steamboat. And Lombardi short of shaking the cobwebs out a little bit, hoping to.
Wow, this Steamboat is so fast, he's so aggressive that right now he's making Lombardi he's just outclassing Lombardi in every which way. This is a fine athlete, always in tip-top shape, Steamboat. He's great, just a great athlete.
Steamboat locking up again with Lombardi. Test of strength here. Steamboat steps over and again, and a drop kick. And I think Lombardi is wondering what does he have to do to get back in this match.
I'm afraid there isn't too much he can do. He's an arrogance, truly a great one.
Now that's what you don't want to mess around with Steamboat, because if you make him angry, he'll get nasty on you real quick and go to the karate. Knows it well.
He prefers to wrestle, but if you want to get rough in there, he'll meet you your way, and he'll do a good job at that.
Lombardi moments ago raking the eyes as Steamboat heads off. Ooh, why did he ever lay the elbow in? Nicely done by Lombardi. Lombardi ramming face first Ricky Steamboat into the buckle. That'll take its toll. Brings him over. Now all the way over to the top rope. Steamboat comes back over the top rope. Drop kick into the chest. And again. Over the hip, Ricky Steamboat maintaining control. Just when Lombardi thought he had things right where he wanted them. Lombardi off the rope, Steamboat. Steamboat out on the apron now. Going up to the top rope, spins around. Steamboat, the fine body press. And a 3 count. 3 count, and man, oh man, is that ever impressive. And we look forward to seeing you in many matchups. And obviously the competition is going to get tougher and tougher and tougher.
There's no doubt about it. When you just look around at the talent that is around the area, around the whole United States, around the world, and this seems to have attracted nothing but the best. It seems the word has gotten out that the WWF has become the mecca of professional wrestling. And you look at everybody that's in this sport, that's in this area, and then you look back on their track record and their win-loss ratio, and everybody, and I'm telling everybody, the ratio on the wins outweighs the ratio of losses. So you've got the best talent, without a doubt, in this area.
Individually, you spoke earlier of your unique style, and from time to time we'll see a little karate throw into that style, and it seems as though when you throw that in, that you become, from time to time, for lack of a better term, quite vicious.
Well, you know, I've always tried to use that as a last resort. Karate can be very, very deadly. I'm not out in the ring to permanently hurt anybody. The main objective is to get the 1, 2, 3, to get your win, to further your career. And but you know, in many cases, when somebody is trying to make a name of himself, wrestling against myself, wrestling against Hulk Hogan, wrestling against the Sheik and the Nikolai, the top talent in this area, that a lot of wrestlers will do anything. And when they start doing the anything to me, that's when I start losing my temper a little bit and start refraining to karate as take that. That's a payback there.
Sure. Little receipt. What we'd like to do is take you to a gym which is owned by Ricky Steamboat and in Charlotte, North Carolina, as a matter of fact, and to show you some of what Mr. Steamboat does in his off hours, and there it is.
There's myself out front, my gym. We're a young family. We're new. We've been open now for a year. I showed the front of the building. Here I am coming in the front of the door. We have put together a family-type owned business. My mother works there, my father works there, my brother works there. This is a picture of myself working out with what we have cable crossovers. It's a type of machine that works the chest area, and I like to use machines as well as free weights. You get a little bit of versatility, and it breaks up the monotony in a workout routine. Doing some heavy curls here. This is free weight with Olympic bar. Building the strength of the arms. Doing some bench presses here. This is, I guess we got about 405 pounds on there right now. And strengthening the chest. This is a pushing movement, and you need this in wrestling to push away your opponent at times. Right here showing doing some squats. Again, I guess the weight is up around 400 pounds or better. Strengthening the legs. This is for my leaping ability around the ring. I like to do a lot of jumping around. And as a casual picture of myself sitting in my trophy room.
A lot of
yes,
trophies there.
bodybuilding, amateur wrestling trophies. This speaks my whole background. A little bit of conversation when the phone was ringing. We were interrupted, and the photographer just happened to get a quick shot there of me on the phone.
He's a sneaky devil. Yeah.
That was Vince calling.
And of course, I guess like a lot of people like to do after a good hard workout, I like to take a good sweat and sit in the sauna. This is basically what my gym is all about. Getting a good workout, ensuring that the people get what they pay for. We've got good instructors there. Whenever I'm there, I help my folks out. And like I said, it's a family-owned business with my mother, my father, and my brothers working there also.
Well, your family has to be extremely proud of your individual accomplishments.
Well, thank you very much, but I'm extremely proud of my family as they take care of things while I'm away.
And certainly the fans of the World Wrestling Federation are very proud of your efforts thus far. We look forward to following your career, Ricky. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Ricky Steamboat will be back, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue with more TNT. Stay where you are. Back with more TNT with Lord Alfred Hayes. That is a red-breasted something or other.
Well,
what color red would you? What shade of red?
English letterbox red.
English letterbox red. I'm sorry I asked. Let's take you down, ladies and gentlemen, to some footage on Hillbilly Jim. We'll take you now to the footage.
Well, hey, how y'all doing? It's good to see y'all. Come on up here on the porch. Welcome to my house. This is my old house here in Muddy Lick, Kentucky. Y'all come on up and make yourself welcome. Listen, I want y'all to get up here around me. I'm going to tell y'all about a few things, and I'm going to show you a few things later here, okay? Look here. I got a lot of good fan mail here I've been getting in the mail here. People been sending them here to me here in Muddy Lick, ask me all kinds of questions. If you don't mind, I'm just going to read you one or two here right now. Look at here. This person here says, "Hello, Hillbilly Jim." Says, "How are you?" He says, "How come we haven't been seeing you much on TV lately?" Well, I'm going to tell you right now why you haven't been seeing me on TV lately. I come from Bobby Smith. Where's that from there? Fort Smith, Arkansas. Okay, Bobby. Reason I ain't seen you lately, buddy, and the reason you ain't been seeing me lately is because I've been hurt. Just look here at this leg. This happened to me back some time ago, and there's two fellas that did it. It ain't none other than that old Brutus Beefcake or Cheesecake or whatever they call him, and that luscious Johnny Valiant. Now, what they did to me, they didn't have no reason to do it. And I rightly want you to know that I'm going to take care of this when I get well. It's going to be a little time, though. Now, I know y'all ain't used to hearing me talk like this, because I don't much feel like this. This ain't the kind of way Hillbilly Jim likes to be, because I like everybody. But I wouldn't have bothered them fellas that night when they did this to me. And when that Johnny Valiant kicked me and that Brutus Beefcake come off on me and they knocked my leg out like this and caused me to have this surgery, that's going to be something they're going to have to remember. And that's going to be something I ain't going to never forget. All right, enough about that, because I'm feeling better now. Okay. Got another letter here I'm going to read for you. You're going to like this. See, this is the one right here. This is from Rebecca Stewart from Memphis, Tennessee. She says, "Hillbilly Jim, how are you? Hope you get this." Well, I got it there, Rebecca. She says, "Hillbilly Jim," she says, "since you hurt like you are, how are you going to keep doing that bear hug?" Well, Rebecca, let me tell you something, honey. That bear hug ain't gonna be hurt one bit, because I've been in that backyard squeezing on them tires, and I get out here and I pull and tough. And while I can, you know, I've got me some pillows and some things in there that I've been working on, some big feather pillows that Granny made me, and I've been using them too. So that bear hug is gonna be okay. Let me read y'all another here, if you don't mind. Here, let me see. Not that one right there. Let's see. Oh, it's the big one right here. One inside right here. There it is. It says, Hillbilly Jim, how are you doing? I just love your Granny. How is Granny? Well, Bobby Stevens, where's that from? Bobby Stevens from Pawtucket, Oklahoma. Bobby, let me tell you something. Granny ain't been feeling too good lately. She's kind of under the weather. You know, she'd have been up here today, but she couldn't make it up at Holler. I don't know what's wrong with her lately. She's kind of down. But I'm going to tell her you said hey, and I'm going to tell her that, hey, all them people's asking about you, and they write me letters about you, so this is to Granny. You get well, Granny, out there, okay? All right, here. Look, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got some dogs I want to show y'all just a little bit later here, because I'm getting people writing me letters and asking me about my dogs. Now, we're going to go see them dogs just a minute, but if you don't mind, I got another song here, because since I've been hurt, I've been practicing a lot, okay? I'm going to play y'all a new song here. Let me get back down there. Whoa, I tell you what, I'm kind of crippled here. Whew! Wait just a second here. Let me do this. It's going to be just a little bit faster. Here we go. Hey, how y'all doing? Give me that hat. These are my two dogs I was telling y'all about. This is Lancer, this is Old Dancer, two old foxhounds. These dogs get out here to holler all over these old mellows and hollering and screaming and up and down these old creek bends. You can hear them all night. Run them hounds and run them other old foxes. And, hey, they some buddies of mine. You know what I'm going to talk about a little bit? I'm going to tell y'all that I really appreciate y'all coming out here today and seeing me. Taking time out and having a little interest in old Hillbilly Jim. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I want y'all to keep sending them cards and them letters to me. Make me feel a whole lot better. Just send them in care of the WWF, the World Wrestling Federation. Old Hillbilly Jim will get them. I'll be seeing y'all soon. I'll be back. I'll be back before you know it. And when I do, I want y'all to come on out and shake my hand and say hey to me. And thank y'all for y'all's prayers, okay? See you now. Bye.
That is some athlete, and that is some human being. Isn't he a prince of a guy?
Oh, isn't he, though? Doesn't he have a wonderful morale? Here's a man who's suffered a serious injury, and yet he is as up as he is. But you know something underlying that? There is that thing that's turning around in his head against Brutus Beefcake and Johnny Valiant. He'll get them.
I'm not too sure that Hillbilly Jim has ever had an experience quite like that with someone who was out to permanently do some damage to him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when Hillbilly Jim makes his return to the World Wrestling Federation rings. We'll be back as we continue with more TNT. Our next guest is a young lady who is a fashion model. She is also a member of the Guardian Angels that you've read so much about and seen so much of through the years. And a young lady who is making her way in the ranks of becoming a lady wrestler. Would you please welcome a very talented and a beautiful young woman by the name of Miss Lisa Sliwa. Lisa Sliwa, and before we get rolling in terms of your background or whatever, would you please, for the benefit of our audience, let us know what happened to you just yesterday in New York City in terms of your intervention with a mugger?
Well, I was on Park Avenue. I saw an elderly man being knocked down by a teenager. The minute I got out of the car, I saw the guy starting to run away. The old man's going, get him, grab him. A lot of men were standing around there. They didn't jump in to help, but I ran after him, grabbed him from the back, put him in a chokehold, and tackled him down and held him till the police got there.
That is amazing.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is. And of course, the Guardian Angels will do, I would suspect, whatever it takes to maintain law and order when, in fact, the police officers are not there to maintain law and order, correct?
Definitely, Vince, and we do it without weapons, using a lot of restraining holds and different types of techniques like that.
Well, I'll tell you, individuals all over the world have taken their hat off to the Guardian Angels and the services that are performed by the Guardian Angels. Let's talk a little bit about your background, if we may. I mean, a fashion model, a Guardian Angel, and now to become a professional wrestler?
Definitely, Vince. I've been a fan of it, and I kept watching as one new male hero after another was in the ring, and I said, it's time to bring some more variety to the women wrestlers that are in the ring, and maybe bring a little bit of class, since I happen to be an elite model. I'm not going to make any comments about what I think of the female wrestlers, but they haven't seen anything until they see Lisa Sliwa get in that ring, because I've been training hard.
All right. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll tell you what, let's go over here. As a matter of fact, we have a little mat set up, and maybe you can demonstrate some of the holds that you're learning to perform, all right? Let's walk over and...
I'd like to look at that.
Yes, it should be most interesting.
Do you have your health insurance paid up?
Actually, the question is whether or not Lord Alfred Hayes...
Oh, you're not thinking of doing things to me on this, are you?
Oh, no, I wouldn't think of that. Would not think of that. All right, Lisa, some of the techniques in professional wrestling are a little difficult to learn. There's no doubt of that. But then there are some more basic amateur maneuvers that are very, very effective. And I wonder if you might demonstrate on Alfred maybe some of the holds that you've learned.
No, there must be somebody else.
I think you'd be perfect.
Oh, great.
For
Lisa,
what?
I think you'd be ideal.
Well, let's see what happens now. Lisa, if you'd, show us a little something, if you would.
Well, okay. I see you've got the holds already, the referee's hold.
Well, as everybody knows, this is basic lockup.
Sure.
Then when we want to jam them up and put them in a hammer lock.
Right.
Hey.
All right. Nice top wrist lock there.
That's it.
Wow.
I can hear you creaking and crackling all the way over here, Alfred.
All my bones.
Yes.
Was that a little too rough on you?
You're very rough, but very nice.
Oh, okay. That's good. We don't want
well, Alfred, please. All right. What else now? What are you going to show us?
Okay, we got them like this again, and we're just going to spin them around.
Oh, your basic hammer lock. All right. All right.
All right, it's all right for you to say all right.
Terrific.
You okay?
I think so.
Should we do a little tighter?
No, thank you.
You're learning well. There's no doubt of that.
Very good.
What about...
oh, no more.
Maybe,
Oh, yeah.
Maybe one other hole here.
Well, you get one guy like this,
Yeah,
and
right.
you want to put him in check.
Right.
Yes.
And you want to...
Oh, look at this. Yes,
stop
the
that.
old full Nelson. Look how cute we are here. Look at
Will
this.
you stop that?
Oh, wait a minute. What are we
Please.
What are we Oh, my goodness.
Oh, gosh.
I think you're getting lumpy.
All right, let me ask you, what would happen? You can let Alfred go. Alfred, you hold the microphone here. What would happen if someone came up behind you and applied a full Nelson, or if someone came up behind you and just simply grabbed you around the waist or something along? What would you do?
Well, in this case, what you have to do, you don't have too much choice. You don't want to waste any time, so what you're going to have to do is some kind of a throw.
Yeah.
So what I would do is that. I grab him by the arm.
Right.
No! Oh, very nice.
Yes.
Very nice indeed.
Very nice indeed. With that, we'll be back with the great trivia contest. You are learning well. Lisa Sliwa, we thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
The Guardian Angel and a Rustler to Be will be back with more TNT with a great trivia contest. Stay with us, lots more to come. Turning, the suspense is building. We have with us, of course, Lisa and Alfred, and also Ellen Kay and Marty Brooks from the USA Cable Network. We wholeheartedly invite you to TNT. Welcome.
It's our pleasure to be here, Vince.
And a tremendous response for our contest here, the great trivia contest. And Alfred, I think, has been superb all the way through this contest. Would you concur with that?
Most definitely, most definitely.
Hey, somebody actually agrees with that.
I see they have a sense of imagination at the network. He did, huh? All right, in any event, let's review for you, if we may, the questions, the 3 questions, and then Alfred, of course, will give us.
Should we have the prize first? Should we remind them?
No, that'll be later.
Okay.
The first question: what prominent wrestler sampled a hot dog on TNT? And the answer is
Polish Power Ivan Putski, and there he is. Look at that. What a greedy person.
what a set of mandibles on the Polish Power, I'll tell you. All right, and now we have the second question, and that is.
What 50s and 60s wrestler was the subject of a film made by the star of a TV series?
And since you read the question, the answer is, and you were supposed to.
The answer is Gorgeous George, of course. And the film, the one and only, and the star, Henry Winkler.
All right, terrific. And now on to question number 3.
What famous star presented an award to Captain Lou Albano at a recent Madison Square Garden event? And the answer to that is, of course, rock star Cyndi Lauper.
Great, and of course you saw in the background, if you watched quickly, you saw in the background Dick Clark and any number of individuals there in Madison Square Garden. And of course later on, Roddy Piper was involved in somewhat of a melee. In any event, the suspense is building. We are ready to select that one lucky winner. Before we do, Alfred, would you please go over the prizes?
Okay, the prizes are a trip for 4 people, no matter where they reside in the States, to New York City. When they arrive there will be accommodation for 3 days and 2 nights.
The tour of South Bronx.
That may be so, yes,
then,
if they're lucky. Also, there is a lovely prize of $500 cash spending money, plus 4 seats at Madison Square Gardens for those 4 people who were lucky enough to win, plus also a guest appearance on TNT, plus for 100 runners-up, TNT shirts.
And for all of you losers out there, you will be receiving, whether you want to or not, a photograph suitable for framing of Lord Alfred Hayes. Here we go. Bing, all right.
Hey,
and we are
stuck in the
ready
right place.
to select. Wait a minute, Alfred.
Wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Let Lisa do the selecting, please.
Well, in that case, I'll have to get my glasses
Well,
out.
this is going to take another 15 minutes. We may take a commercial break while
Okay.
Alfred gets. No, you're ready.
We're quite ready. And the lucky winner is DJ Whitten of Joliet, Illinois.
Oh, DJ Whitten
from
Joliet,
Illinois. So, what's he going to get? All those lovely prizes.
All of them? Now, what about the runners-up? Will you select later on the runners-up and they'll receive?
Yes, we will do. We'll
they'll be
select them
notified in the
exactly
mail?
same way. They'll be notified and they will receive their shirt.
All right. Well, in any event, we'll be back with more TNT and a little chat with Lord Alfred Hayes. Stay with us. Thank you for joining us. Back with more TNT, and by the way, next week on TNT we will not be seen. We will be preempted, thanks to the good people at the USA Cable Network. But nonetheless, we'll be back the following week, and many more weeks to come. Alfred, a little special thing just before we say goodbye. A front face lock demonstration. Lisa Sliwa with her front face lock on Lord Alfred Hayes. Alfred Hayes is not doing well. Oh, my goodness, let him up, would you? Your hair looks terrific, Alfred. Turn around and let everyone see.
I'm not going to show anybody.
Fred G. Sanford, revisited. Join us 1 week from this coming Friday night, in 2 weeks for the next edition of TNT.